Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Paul, aka the guy the ladies call Grand Admiral Thrawn, and this video we're breaking down everything you need to know about the big Star Wars villain. Over the years, as the canon of the franchise changed, so did certain things about the character, but throughout this video we're going to be bringing you the most important points about him and our theories for where things could be going in the future. Now, Thrawn was actually born under the name Kivu Raw Nuru, which, if you're mates with him, he'll let you shorten to Thrawn. He's also gone under the name Myth Raw Nuru Odo, but obviously no one has any fun saying that, especially me, as I had to re-record the video 7 times to get that right. So for this, we're just going to be referring to him as Thrawn. Now, Thrawn has a very memorable appearance, and the character stands out for a number of reasons. He's pretty much always seen in a striking white uniform, and this makes him leap out amongst all the Imperial forces who tend to wear black and dark colours when they're at work. On their days off though, they can be seen donning a Hawaiian shirt and partying like it's their last day on Coruscant, which, spoiler alert, it probably is. Now, Thrawn also has blue skin and red eyes, as well as cheekbones that would make Janet Jackson jealous, and dark blue hair. This has changed over the years, and depending on what you read or watch, it can be grey, black, or a number of colours, but for me, I imagine it as being navy-ish just because of the stuff that I've been brought up upon. Like I said, the continuity has changed several times as well, but I'll be sticking to the most up-to-date one, as that's probably what's going to be brought across to the properties going forward for the future. Now, very little is known about Thrawn's childhood, but we do know that he was born on Rentor and that he became an officer of the Chiss Ascendancy. Due to his ruthless and strategic mind, Thrawn quickly rose through the ranks and he was integral to the defense fleet of the Chiss. Rentor is actually part of the unknown regions of the galaxy, and Thrawn decided to part from his home in order to explore other parts of space. Upon doing this, the character actually came across Anakin Skywalker and made an unlikely ally out of him. Thrawn actually helped Anakin to find Padme, and thus the Jedi ended up owing a lot to the character. Thrawn wanted to learn all that he could about the Clone Wars, and actually got to see a large chunk of them firsthand. Thrawn fought alongside Anakin at one point against a large amount of droids, and Anakin was extremely impressed by his combat prowess. Now, Thrawn shared a mutual respect for him as well, and the two did eventually become heavily linked to the Empire. This is mainly because when Skywalker returned to Coruscant, he told Palpatine about Thrawn, and Palps told him the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise. Which reminds me, did I ever tell you about the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise? No, never mind. Now, Palpatine naturally took an interest to the character, but much to everyone's surprise, Thrawn was really unimpressed with the way that things were running in the Republic. He didn't actually think it was fit to join with the Chiss and thought that democracy was a stupid style of governing, as it led to everyone getting to put their point across, which meant nothing ever really got done. Clearly Palpatine thought this too, and we all know how things changed after Order 66 helped to make the galaxy great again. This reorganizing of the planets under one rule of Imperial force was more in line with the vision that Thrawn had for the galaxy, and thus he ended up joining the Galactic Empire. This allegiance would be highly beneficial to the Chiss, and he integrated with galactic society very quickly. Thrawn went to the Royal Imperial Academy on Coruscant and gained numerous promotions before the Emperor bestowed on him the rank of Grand Admiral. This was extremely rare, and he's pretty much one of the only aliens in the entire organization. Typically, Imperial officers tend to just be white dudes, and being from another species is often frowned upon. Thus, we know that in order to be accepted into it, Thrawn must have been something special, and it's clear that his skill and tactical mind helped him to bypass several of the prejudices that existed within the Empire. Now, because of this, Thrawn commanded a massive amount of soldiers throughout the galaxy, and these were known as the 7th Fleet. His I-Class Star Destroyer was called the Chimera, and that was deployed to the Lothal sector before the rise of the Rebellion. He actually features quite heavily in the animated series Rebels, and during his time he worked alongside Darth Vader and is arguably one of the most intimidating figures in the Imperial lineup. Now, what makes Thrawn stand out from his Imperial colleagues is his willingness to try and understand his enemy. Whereas most of the Empire are happy stamping out all that try and oppose them, Thrawn actually sees his enemies as an opportunity to learn. Because of this, he studied the Jedi, Mandalorians and Rebellion, trying to learn all the ins and outs of their operations so that he can exploit their weaknesses. Now the character did come face to face with Ezra Bridger, star of Rebels, and after the pair were pulled into hyperspace, he disappeared for a long time. During this, the Battle of Endor happened, and as we know, the Empire fell and there was apparently peace amongst the galaxy once more. However, in the unknown regions, Thrawn once more plotted away, and in the uncharted areas, he was able to gather his forces again, and he actually went on to form the First Order. Now we know very little about what has happened with the character since then, but due to the latest episode of The Mandalorian, it does seem like he's going to be playing a big part going forward. At the end of Season 2 Episode 5, it's revealed that Ahsoka is actually hunting him and trying to track down his location, which, going by the timeline, puts him in the unknown regions alongside Ezra. Now why this is important is because at the end of Rebels, Ahsoka actually teamed up with Sabine in order to try and track him down. Ezra had obviously disappeared, and thus she was attempting to get to the bottom of where he was alongside Ren. However, what's interesting about the latest episode is that Ren isn't brought up at all. Now what could be going on here is that Thrawn has actually managed to capture Ren, and this is why Ahsoka wants to find him. Either that or she knows Ezra is with Thrawn, and for some reason or other, Ren is off doing her own thing. Now there are several possibilities, and we won't know for definite until things come to the forefront, but hey, this is a heavy spoilers video, so you know we like to theorize and speculate. Now I think Ren could indeed be off by herself looking for clues, and perhaps the pair split up in order to cover more ground so that they could find the location of Thrawn quicker. Or they already found Ezra and he and Ren went off together. Or, like I said, Thrawn has him and Ahsoka is simply trying to get him to kill two birds with one stone. I don't know. Now, we do have it confirmed from Giancarlo Esposito that Moff Gideon will continue to be the big bad going into Season 3. I was kind of thinking that perhaps Thrawn would be teased here, everyone would team up to kill Gideon, and then we would get a teaser of Thrawn being aware of what's going on, and that could set up the character as the villain for Season 3. However, unless Esposito is lying, it doesn't seem like things are going to be going that way. Now there are a lot of rumours that there's going to be several spin-off shows in the saga involving characters like Ahsoka, Sabine, Obi-Wan and a lot more. Potentially, Ahsoka could be going off and doing her own thing, in which Thrawn will be the villain, and I'd love to see someone like Mads Mikkelsen becoming the big bad guy. I know he was in Rogue One, yeah, but Warwick Davis has been like 50 different characters in Star Wars. Just let me dream, yeah, that would be my perfect Thrawn. Anyway, that's pretty much everything you need to know and our theories on him, so I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it, and my editor hated editing it. Now obviously I'd love to hear your thoughts on the character and what you want to see from him in the future. If you had some fun, then please drop a thumbs up, and make sure you check out our full breakdown of Season 2 Episode 5, which is going to be linked at the end. We've also done a video detailing everything you need to know about the child, so check it out after this. Don't forget we're giving away 3 copies of the Marvel Phase 2 box set, and all you have to do to be on the chance of winning is like the video, make sure you subscribe with notifications on, and drop a comment below. The winner is going to be chosen at random on the 30th of November, so make sure you get involved. If you want to support the channel and get to see content early, then please consider clicking the join button below. You can also come chat us on the Discord server, linked in the description, or Heavy Spoilers on Twitter. Thanks for making it till the end of the video, you've been the best, I've been Paul, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.